Of about 50 bloody catfish down there now. My first lizard of the day. Oh, uh-oh. And it is poisonous. It has killed people. Pink bling and ready to go. All right, I'm going fly today and I'm hoping to get a couple of lizards. So a couple of dusky or even some bar-tail flathead if I can. I've got some crab flies that I tied. They're pretty ordinary, but they're better than the first ones that I tied. I didn't like the action at all. These are a little bit better, so I'm gonna keep hopefully perfecting it, and the only way to do that is to get out in the water and try. So let's see if we can get a few flathead on fly. All right, new spot, and I made a few adjustments, trimmed up this crab a little bit. Its sink rate wasn't quite right, so I want it to sink just a little bit faster. Out of the breeze. It casts fairly well for a crab, so I'm happy with that. Not that I have vast experience with them, but let's see if we can find a lizard amongst these snags. I've caught a few fish in this system before. I might even have some footage that I might be able to put up now. Oh, there's a few of them there. Yeah, there's one of them. That chartreuse clouser again. He's putting on a show anyway. Alright, I brought up some of his breakfast. I'll get him in and get a tag in him and see if we can pick up that other one. Alright, let's go. He's got his tag in him. Watch him swim away. There we go. And a few fish feeding here, so I'm hoping there might be a lizard there somewhere. That's a brim taken off. I don't think I'm going to convince him. No, he just wants to get off the flats. Oh, they're bloody catfish. That's what they are. A school of about 50 bloody catfish down there now. I'm going to be careful here. I'm going to hit that edge and get stuck with an outgoing tide. So all I'm really doing with this crab pattern is throwing it out close to the bank or close to a little bit of structure or a little channel, somewhere where the flathead might either hide or sit in ambush or both, and then just strip it like it's sort of swimming and then letting it sink back down again. So trying to mimic a crab that's sitting on the bottom, maybe gets spooked or tries to move, swims up and then drops down again. And as it drops down, I hope that there's a lizard there waiting to snavel it up. Oh, there we go. Got a little bump. He's not very big. But hopefully, if I can get the hook stay in, it'll be my first lizard of the day. Keep your head in the water. And the net's just here. So there he is, tagged and ready to go, just oversized. This crab pattern, which I'm semi-pleased with. It does swim well, but I can see some changes. I'm going to change these legs. I thinned up the pattern a little bit, modified it because it wasn't sinking how I wanted to. It's just right now, but those legs I'm still not happy with. Got a pink bling and ready to go. All right, I'll catch you when you're a bit bigger. Grip here is just taking up the slack. We're moving pretty quick. Hoping to use the wind to get out in front. And then not really move it much. Really use the slap of the water to bring in the fish and then just take up the slack. Oh, there we go. That's a little one. Well, it's spot lock because there's been a few here spooked on the spot here, so he's not very big, but he's another lizard. He jumped on a bit harder than the bigger one. Crab pattern's working really well now that I trimmed it up a little bit. Got a few fish now, so we'll get this fly out. Tag's already in, and we'll let this dusky go. This guy's been out of the water long enough. Glides away. All right, new spot, new opportunities. Let's see if we can pick up a lizard or two. Oh, uh-oh, I got a stingray. This is going to get interesting. Well, if I land it, it will be my first stingray on fly. Actually want my, I'd love to get my fly back at least, because it's a bit of a prototype. It's not perfect, but I need it for the rest of the afternoon. Right, now normally I was fishing anything else, I'd probably cut the line and let it have it. There we go. Into the net. Let's have a look and be careful of this barb. It's a bit bigger than I thought. I've got to be very careful. I've taken out the fly, but I want to show you the barb on this thing. That thing there, and it is poisonous. It has killed people. So I'm gripping on it really tight. Now, this is a really tricky part. I'm going to sit it up on the side, and then as it goes, I should be able to let go of its tail and just let it slide. Come on, go, go, go. All right, that worked out better than I expected. Oh, I thought I might have been in trouble there, so, all right. I'm not sure whether you can see here, but there's these riffles in the sand, and there's also some yabby holes. So, perfect scenario. The flathead will often lie on the edges of these riffles in the slightly deeper part, waiting for bait fish to come over the top and launch up and ambush them. And they'll also be looking for yabbies that are caught out of their holes when they're moving from riffle to riffle. That's what I'm hoping. Oh, there we go. Just like that. He's not big, but he was just on the edge of that riffle. Perfect timing, little fella. Into the net. All right, this guy's been carrying on like a bit of a pork chop, so I'm going to get him back in the water before he carries on again. He's just sitting there. No, there he goes. Glides away. Well, the sun's finally ducked down behind that mountain range, so that's time for me to go. We didn't quite get our big lizard, but we got a few smaller ones. We had a bit of fun. Tested the new crab patterns, worked out that they need a couple of little tweaks, but they do work. So hopefully next time we might get a bigger one.